Dustin Shillcox grew up playing outdoors in Green River, Wyoming. In August 2010, Dustin was in a car accident on Interstate 80. He was ejected after a tire blew out and the vehicle rolled. He broke his back, sternum, elbow, several ribs, sustained a head injury, and both of his lungs collapsed. Because of the severity of his spinal cord injury, Dustin was told he would never be able to move his legs again.
Before the accident, I lived here in Green River, Wyoming, and I work with my dad. He owns a couple glass companies, and I was just working for him, and that's actually how I got injured, was going from one store to the other. But we did a lot of snowmobiling in the wintertime. We were out at the lakes in the summertime, so we did a lot of outdoor activity. So that was probably been like one of the hardest things for me, is just like trying to get back into going out riding the four-wheelers, or just snowmobiling in the wintertime, and just, but as far as it goes though, there's been a lot of, I've been back into it, but it's, just got to try and find things that I might have to do a little bit different. So I was on I-80 in between Green River and Rock Springs, and I was coming back from Rock Springs, and I was in a work van, and I had a blowout in a tire, and it flipped, then it blew out and it sucked me into the median, which has that center cable there, and that caught the van and it flipped it over, and I got ejected because I didn't have a seatbelt on. And then from there I was life flighted to Salt Lake, and so from that I had a broken back, which is a T5, broke my sternum, both my lungs collapsed, broke my ribs, my left elbow, you can see that one, shattered my left elbow, and I had a slight head injury, so I had to go through all the speech therapy. First off, I'm a T5 age A complete, which is mean I won't have any more, I won't be able to stand, I won't be able to walk. A complete basically means this is what you won't have any functioning back. So that was really tough. And then actually that April, after I got out of the hospital in February, we saw in the news, this guy, his name's Rob Summers, he's the very first person that got the implant, and we saw it on the news, and then from that point, we did research and figured out how to get my name in the pool and try and get, selected for it, and it's it's a shot in the dark to even get even selected for that. And the way it kind of all went down the road for me is just, I got selected and had to move down there, and that's how it went. But before, I was working on more balancing, trying to get more stable in a wheelchair, because I was a complete, I had no motor function, no ability to move anything, so I just continued to do that. But the locomotive trainer, we were doing that, and that's trying to retrain the spinal cord to get something firing. But being a complete, I did that down in Salt Lake, I want to say a little over 80 something times, and I had no progress as far as regaining any kind of movement or something. And then I had the implant, and since the implant, when I can turn the implant, I can move my legs, I can bring my legs back, move my toes, my ankles, and then also being able to stand has been very, pretty amazing too. When I haven't stood in 3.5 years, and then after the implant, it took probably, when we started working on standing, I'm gonna say it took about 3.5 months before I was able to actually start standing independently, in a walker. I still need, when I stand now, I still need balance, help. I'm not fully standing out like anybody else. Actually, that picture you saw for Christmas, we're standing there, I stood up using the walker, and then my brother was behind me, brother-in-law, and I just need someone just for a little bit of balance. He wasn't even holding me. It's just, when I stand on here, as long as I put something to sturdy me up. So basically his shoulder and my shoulder was kind of touching, and that's all I need, just something to keep me balanced. When they tell you that you'll never walk again and you'll never move again, obviously I told myself, that of course I'm going to walk again, and because I'll do whatever it took. And I was going to therapy every day, I was trying everything I could, but unfortunately, nothing was happening. And you talk to a bunch of other people out there, I think that's everyone's attitude is, they're going to walk again, which is, that's the best attitude you can have. You can't give up on it, because who knows what'll happen, if you keep trying. Exactly. You got this coming on, or even if this didn't happen, who knows what other happen, as long as you keep trying, you know, something might fire me. But giving up on it's definitely something that I wasn't going to let happen. I would say actually it's changed me more in like a way to help more people actually, which sounds strange, but I mean, coming into the research like this, and you know, there's so many people out there want to be a part of this and trying to get in there, and now to know that I'm in like the research which is discovering new things for people with spinal cord injuries, you know, and then I've been in so many different kind of therapies, and I have friends that are in wheelchairs, and you know, I know how much everyone struggles, and I would love to see them all get, you know, huge benefits from this also. So I say going through this, you know, at the beginning, you know, being depressed on how I can't, you know, get back in my old life, which, you know, here I'm 3.5 years later, and, you know, I've been snowmobiling, I've been out to the lake riding jet skis, so I've been like, we have a razor, so I've been out riding four-wheelers and side-by-sides and boats, so I've been able to get back into that. Still not to where I'd like to be, you know, where I'm actually doing things, but that's made me a lot more excited, and knowing that I can still do things like that, but still more just being a part of the research. I think it's exciting to know what the benefits this has helped me with, and to know that hopefully spinal cord injury, people with spinal cord injuries, it'll you know, benefit them one day too, because it's been really cool to be a part of it. And
Got it.
yeah, put my shirt down.
Huh?
Put my shirt down. See how my left leg kind of bends? Here in a second I'll be able to hold it. I just can't hold straight and run yet. That's it. That's why I sit back down. I just like kind of lean forward.